From Hollywood, almost live. It's the Gong Show.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the star and host of our show, the absolutely unpredictable Mr. Chuck Ferris.
Selection of amateur and professional talent back there, all waiting to come out here and impress these wonderful people. Now the celebrities will rate them in the act with the highest score will receive this beautiful Gong Show trophy, oopsie daisy, and that check for $516.32. Thank you, Sherry. All right, now if after 45 seconds one of our celebrities feels the act is not worthy of continuing, he or she will hit that old gong like bam. The act disappears from Earth. Now, here's a man who retired after being a letter carrier for many years. Just to show you that they're consistent with their policy, the Postal Service immediately sent his pension to the wrong house. Now, from Somerville, Massachusetts, here comes wonderful Johnny Rondina.
The blues right out of the heart of Maine. You charm the hush right off the corn, Maine. You got those banjos strumming out of tune to beat the band. You got the whole world humming since you put Dixie back in Dixieland. You make old Johnny feel like a king, Maine. At the mention of your special fascination, you're truly inspirational. I think you're just sensational. Oh, Maine, you're so sensational. I think you're just sensational. Maine, 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 Maine. Oh, Lordy, how I love you, Maine.
Yes, sir, Johnny. That was a good opening, John. We'll be back to meet our celebrities and find out what they think of Johnny Rondina right after this message. Hey.
Grapefruit.
Welcome back to the old Gong Show. Now, our celebrities will be rating our acts on a scale of 0 to 10, based on the act's entertainment value, creativity, and ability. And now let's meet our celebrities. Many people approach this comedian on the street and ask, how did you get the name Soupy? And no matter how busy he is, he always takes the time to say, beat it, or I'll call a cop. Say hello to Soupy Sales. Soupy.
Thank you.
Johnny Rondina. Johnny Rondina.
Can I tell you something? Now, that's singing. That makes you snap your fingers and...
Do you think?
And tinkle with your toes. And I gave John a 10.
A big 10. See that, John? I told you that was good. Those of you who see her on television have an image of our next guest as an outspoken, wild lady. But beneath that outrageous exterior and those kinky clothes, she's got a groovy little body. I love her. J.P. Morgan. Yeah.
Well, I thought you were wonderful. I really enjoyed you very much. I fell in love with you. I gave you a 9, and I'll try and speak more clearly. And I particularly like your tux.
There you go, Chuck. Very good. All right, now, let's welcome a very talented performer who, after reviewing Gong acts, is having trouble relating to the show. He's not indifferent, he's just in shock. Ronnie Shell. Ronnie. Johnny Rondina.
Mr. Talent, Johnny. Big 10.
A big 10 for you, Johnny. And that gives you a total of 29 points. That's almost perfect. Congratulations, John. Let's have a big hand for John Rondina. All right. As Johnny does sing Maine with gusto. Now, all of our acts know they may be Gong. That's the chance they take to be seen on TV, coast to coast. And now, let's meet our next act. All right, a lot of bluegrass groups play the same old rendition of Foggy Mountain Breakdown. And our next act has also chosen that song because, in their own words, you're never too young to be passé. Let's have a big hog call for the Seldom Herd. Is the Seldom Herd. J.P. Morgan, what do you think of the Seldom Herd?
I'm not into bluegrass, but I really thought they did a hell of a good job.
There you go, a 9. That's a good score. That's a good start, too. Ronnie Shell.
You know, two things really make me glad about this act. Number one, that they're trying to break into show business, and number two, that none of them belong to me. But I like bluegrass. I gave them a 9.
All right, a 9. Super Sales.
Well, you know, a lot of young musicians, they skyrocket upward and into the big time, and listening to you guys are going sideways into the parking lot. But whatever that is. No, I enjoyed you because I like that picking and plucking, and I give you a 9.
A big 9, and that gives the Seldom Herd 27 points, and I think that's a good score. Thank you for being on our show. Appreciate it. Let's have a nice hand for the Seldom Herd. We'll be back with more stuff right after this message. Thank you, Johnny Jacobs, wherever you are. Now, it's a long way from the country of Chile down in South America to Burbank, California, and the Gong Show. But that trip has given our next performer something she'll treasure forever: terminal jet lag. Here's Roberta King. Roberta. Now, Roberta, I think you told me you had something to tell me.
Well, Mr. Davis, when people fall in love, they make whoopee. Oh, and sometimes they get married or whatever.
I see.
And I can just see it all down. A lot of shoes, a lot of rice. Oh, the groom is so nervous. He answers twice. It's really killing me that he's so willing to make me
Down where the roses bloom. Oh, baby, picture that scene, sweet loveliness.
And you see what a year can be.
He's washing dishes and baby clothes. He's so ambitious, he even sews. But don't forget though, that's what you get though. Or maybe whoopee.
What you get? Oh, make it whoopee.
Oh, Roberta, I love your act. It is so good. You scare everybody that doesn't have voice comes out, they drop their mallets. Ronnie, what do you give Roberta King?
Are you sure she isn't Robert Morley in drag?
No, that's Roberta King.
No, I josh. I think, Roberta, seriously, there's only I really think there's only one thing.
What do you give old Roberta King, Ronnie?
There's only one little thing stopping you from going to the big time, and that's your act. I give her an 8.
And Nate. All right, Soupy Sale.
Well, you know, there's always an audience for new impressionists. And Roberta, I predict one of these days you're going to be in that audience. I'll give you an 8.
An 8. They're joshing. J.P. Morgan.
Well, I gave you a 7 just for the sleeves of your dress.
I think that's a good score, Roberta. You are so good. That's 23 points for Roberta King. Roberta, you stay right with me. We'll be back with more stuff right after this message. I took off that tie to stay in that time. Let's welcome now a singing truck driver whose vocal range will someday enable him to blow out an expensive CB radio from Houston, Texas. Wait a minute. Blow out a CB radio. From Houston, Texas, trucking his way into our hearts is Guitar Shorty. Yeah.
Thrill is gone. Thrill is gone away. Oh, the thrill is gone, baby. You know the thrill is gone away. Oh, you know you done me wrong, baby. But you'll be sorry someday.
You fooled me. Come here. Come over here, you rascal. What are you doing? All right, Soupy, what do you think of my friend here, Guitar Shorty?
Well, I
Gee,
tell you
Dick.
something, Shorty. You keep doing what you're doing, and I predict in a year or so, you'll be out of business completely. No, I think you're a good singer. You really are, and I gave you a 10.
All right, 10 points. Very good. J.P. Morgan.
Well, I think you're going to be a star if your head holds out, and I gave you a 10, too.
Right. Right, yeah.
Well, I think he was fabulous. I have a lot of friends in Houston, and I think they should be proud of you, so I gave you a 10.
A 10. 30 points. A big hand for Guitar Shorty. Boy, that's good. Right out there, Guitar Shorty. I go this way, the guitar goes that way. All right, I can really feel electricity here in the studio as I introduce this next act, and I know why. My lavalier mic just shorted my slacks. Oh, Rickaroo. All right, and I'm starting to get police calls in my socks. That's enough, Rick. Anyway, here they are, an act. This act is dear to my heart. Fran and Gary Faber.
This valley that where you are going, I shall lift your sweet face and your smile. For the day you are in the
Don't go away, Fran. Oh, wait, 1 second. Let's just find out. Fran, why did you do that to Fran and Gary?
Because Fran and Gary Faber are not my favors.
I see. Well,
Do you realize these are the children of William S. Hart?
well, anyway,
fantastic.
I think you sang with a certain melodic twist. And there'll be a little present for you, and we'll be back with more Gong Show right after this message. Welcome back to the old Gong Show. Now, here comes a fade. I'd like to introduce to you Sal Villanio and the Gong Show Chorale.
Nothing more than feeling, trying to forget my feelings of love. Oh, teardrops rolling down on my face, trying to forget my feelings of love. I'm feeling for all my life. I feel it. I wish I never met you, girl. You'll never come again.
Fantastic, Sal. J.P. Morgan, what do you give Sal?
I just gave the group a 9.
A 9. Ronnie Shell.
I gave the group a 2 and Sal a 10.
10. And Soupy Sam.
I Sal a 9. I think he's good.
A 9. And that gives you, Sal, a big total of something or other, about 28 points. Settle for that. And that means our winner is with 30 points, Guitar Shorty. Come through here, Guitar. Woo! Guitar Shorty. Here you are. Here's your little old trophy. And your check for $516.32. Gather around, folks. Let's hear it for old Guitar Shorty. Bye, Milton. Goodbye, Soupy, JP, and Ronnie. And this is me saying bye-bye.
From Hollywood.